How we know Karen Read was not framed. Karen Read tells us as much.
I mean, I didn't think I hit him, but could I have clipped him? Could I have tagged him in the knee and incapacitated him? He didn't look mortally wounded as far as I could see, but could I have done something that knocked him out and in drunkenness and in the cold didn't come to again?
And this would have been the moment you dropped him off at the party.
Yeah, would have had to have been.
Come and hit the back of my car, and I hit him in the knee, and he was drunk and passed out and asphyxiated or something. And then when I hired David Yannetti, I asked him those questions the night of January 29th. Like, David, what if, I don't know, what if I ran his foot over? Or what if I clipped him in the knee and he passed out or went to care for himself and he threw up or passed out? And David said, yeah, then you have some element of culpability. So that's how I thought about things for about 3 days.
It's literally impossible that Karen Read was framed for the very unique and unusual hit and run that ended John O'Keefe's life. Here's why.
House defendants had no evidence available to them at time of O'Keefe's phone activity going dark, 12:32, to frame anyone for his death. If Read is innocent, there was no debris field, no taillight pieces, no vehicle to plant evidence on.
The only possible frame job available to House defendants was to frame the snowplow guy. Lucky would have been the target here.
But there is this question: if House defendants wanted to frame anyone for a hit and run, why would they place O'Keefe 10 feet from the berm? Why not place him at the berm, or better yet, in the street?
All the evidence that will later be used to connect Read to this crime was unknown to House defendants at 12:32 a.m. that morning.
His evidence was also unavailable to them at 1:30 a.m., at 3:30 a.m. This evidence won't even be on their radar until after 5:30 a.m. when Karen Read voluntarily alerts everyone to her broken taillight and to the fact that she thinks she may have hit O'Keefe.
During your first discussions with Karen, did she believe she may have hit John?
No. No. She felt she struck something. She said, Dad, I think I struck something. I said, what do you mean? Right? This was in the hospital. Right? He says, I remember, all right, backing up and hitting something.
Once House defendants become aware of Read's broken taillight and her own belief that she may have hit O'Keefe, now they might be able to frame her. However, as we know, Read removes the only piece of evidence that would allow them to do this, her Lexus SUV. Read's SUV is in her possession until 4 p.m. when it is towed.
Special Emergency Response Team, SERT, arrives to 34 Fairview at 4:56. It's still dark, but there isn't that much area to monitor.
Read's vehicle is towed from her parents' home at 4:12. That vehicle is on that tow truck until it arrives to the Canton Police Sally Port at 5:35. Read's investigators spoke with this driver. He never stated that he stopped at all en route. How would that have even occurred and no one notice? Special Emergency Response Team, SERT, arrives to 34 Fairview at 4:56. It's still dark, but there isn't that much area to monitor. SERT sets up for a search at 5:20. Lights from 2 police cruisers on the scene for illumination purposes. By 5 to 24 SERT members, there will eventually be 7, dig with shovels, for evidence. SERT finds the first tail light pieces at 5:45, pieces dug out from underneath the snow, not lying on top of the snow. Dug out. Karen Read needs to explain exactly what evidence she has that would even begin to prove that tail light pieces from her vehicle were broken off at the Sally Port, then somehow secreted away and placed under snow, while SERT is on scene. And how House defendants could have predicted that she would show up at 5:30 a.m. announcing her tail light broken and that she, Read, thought she hit O'Keefe? How could the House defendants possibly have predicted this? Someone's gotta a lot of explaining to do, and it ain't the House defendants.